Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's not quite 10, but it is Friday the 13th. I'm not superstitious, are you? Nah, no big deal. Friday the 13th. I can't even believe we're halfway through the month. Christmas is right around the corner. Hanukkah is right around the corner. Kwanzaa, all of the holidays. I hope everybody is having a wonderful time. Anyway, I just got a pop up here. I don't know what this means. There's a yellow flag on my screen. I hope that we're recording. Okay, it says we are. We'll see. Hopefully, if you're there, do pop on and say hi. And we're going to have a fun morning this morning. Quick, I've got some cute cards to show you. And it is 10 o'clock, so let's get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday Stamping in Franklin, Massachusetts with me. All right, so if you're there, please say hello so I know that I don't have a problem. For some reason, there is a yellow flag on my screen, and I don't know what that means. Okay, all right, so first of all, let me show you what I sent out in my newsletter this week. These two cards were made with the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. Oh, brother, I can see that we're having a lag thing here. Oh, no. Anyway, Thoughtful Wishes stamp set, and also I used the Elements of Text. Oh boy, here we go. Hey, Barbara, good morning, good morning. I'm sorry, I think there's a problem. It seems to be lagging on my end. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm hoping that you're hearing me and that you're seeing me. Anyway, so those are the two stamp sets that I used, Elements of Text and Thoughtful Wishes. So these are the cards that were on my newsletter this week, and I hope that you enjoyed them. But what I'm going to do is, first of all, this one was made with the Azure Afternoon cardstock. I like monochromatic things. I like the way they look, so I decided to use that. Then this one, Pop of Petunia, is another beautiful color. So this morning, what I thought I would do is I would keep with the color. I'm going to move these out of the way, and I'm going to use Shy Shamrock, which is one of the in colors. Can't see in here. Great. Okay, wonderful. Hey, Jan, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, hopefully it's not going to be a problem. There is a little issue, but I don't know what it means. But anyway, Shy Shamrock is a real, say that 3 times fast. Anyway, it's a really pretty color. So I decided to use this. We're going to use the same idea as the Thoughtful Wishes and the Elements of Text, texture, Elements of Text, just like these two cards. But let me just show you. So I'm going to take my basic white. I didn't have a chance to fold this already, so let's get this folded and nicely evened out. Let's get this take like this. Okay, then the next thing I did was I took a piece of the Shy Shamrock card stock, and I used the Deckle dies. Okay, here we go. The Deckle dies to cut it out. Now you notice what I also did was, because I'm frugal and I like to save paper, I wanted to have this piece of paper for the message. So I cut it from the inside of this piece of cardstock because it's not going to show. So that was easy. So let me set that aside. Let me bring in my silicone pad and my adhesive, and let me get some adhesive on this. Yeah, this is a great way to save paper, especially when you need banners or just little pieces of paper. It's just a great way to use it. So therefore, I'm going to put it on the front of my card like this. Now I know it looks silly, but don't you worry. It's going to be fine. Not to worry. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now, the next thing is I took a piece of basic white and I used the smaller of the Deckle dies and cut this out. And now I'm going to do some stamping. So in this Elements of Text stamp set, I have used this wording. I've used this wording. I haven't used that yet, but I'm going to use these splotches because I like splotches. Good morning, Nancy McDonald. How are you doing in Hemet, California? How is it out there? We miss you already, Nancy. I've got my California friends. I've got my Maine, Barbara in Maine, and I've got Jan, and maybe Beth will pop on from Canada. It's very nice to have you with me this morning. So here we go. So I'm going to take my ink. There we go. Oops, there we go. And I'm going to take this one, this splotch, and I'm just going to actually randomly start stamping like this. I'm going to switch it up a little bit, but I want the perimeter to be all of this splotch, only because there's no particular reason. It's just, I think it kind of looks nice. I like it. I like it. Of course, I love color. Georgia, I've said this 100 times. Georgia O'Keeffe and I would be best friends. I would have loved to have been in her geographic region, so I could have enjoyed watching her create her masterpieces. All right, so there's that. Easy, easy. Doing what a lot to do to settle in. Yes, I bet is. Hey, Beth, welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, so everybody, my Friday people are here. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my envelope while I've got this out, and I'm just going to use this one. Now, this has got a little bit of an angle to it. I kind of like this, too. See, like this? Yeah, there's something wrong here, but I hope it's coming through okay. All right, here is the bottom. I think I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Like, oops, now I got a little bit of ink there. You know what? We're just going to... It's fine. You know what? When I write the address, it'll be fine. So there's that. And then on the inside of my card, I'm going to take this splotch and I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to put it here. I'm not going to put a message on the inside because this is going to be a little thank you card. All right, so there's that. So now the next thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to add just a little bit of contrast. So let's get this on first. And let's get this on just like this. I love these decal dies, these rectangles, and also the circles. They're beautiful. Very, very pretty. Look at that. Oh, look at that color. Isn't that pretty? I actually have a dress in this color that I wore to our celebration of demonstrators a year ago in September. I love it. It was a J. Jill dress, and it was this color. Oh, gorgeous. Anyway, all right, so now what I decided to do was, because on the card that I used with the Azure Afternoon, I took the Azure Afternoon, and then I took the floral image from the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set, stamped it, cut it out. But then I took some vellum paper and I used some silver vellum embossing powder. I stamped it, embossed it, dried it, and that was that look. So what I decided to do on this one was I decided to take it twice, stamp it twice. So I have two of these images. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Tombow. Where is my Tombow? Right here. And I am going to put this on with Tombow. Now, it is vellum, and you know, you don't really want to have the image, you don't want to have the glue to show through. So I'm just going to make sure that I put little dots and little streaks just to make sure this whole thing stays where it needs to be. It will dry clear, and it won't show through much. So this is what I'm doing here. You mean unpacking, Nancy? You've got a lot of unpacking to do? And getting settled? And how are all my friends in California, my Facebook friends? How are they doing? How's Andrea and everybody else? How's Becky doing? All right, so there's one. So let's get this on. And I'm just going to plant it right about here, like that. And I'm going to very gently tap it down. Tap, 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 just like that. Ooh, I'm liking the way this is looking. Isn't that pretty? Oh! Okay, now I'm going to take this one. I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, there's a little piece here that didn't poke out. Let me poke that out. Good morning. And here we go. My friend Kathy just arrived. We're going to have a little class after my Facebook Live. So there's this. And I'm just going to see how I'm just very carefully putting this on. Like this. There we go. Like that. Just like that. Come have a seat, Kathy, over here if you want. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to put this one on, and I'm going to overlap it just a little bit, and I'm going to bring it down just a little bit, like this. Very careful. Oh, I'm loving the way this is looking. I'm loving the colors. What do you think, ladies? Let's see, make sure I get this down. Sometimes you have to tap a couple times because you want the vellum to really attach itself to that cardstock. So sometimes you have to just make sure that you really continue to tap until you can see that it is secure to that piece there. There we go. Oh, I'm loving it. All right, now what I did was I took a piece of basic white cardstock and I stamp the word thanks from the textured Thoughtful Wishes stamp set in the shop. And what I'm going to do here is add a little bit of adhesive to this. And then I cut out a rectangle in the Shy Shamrock. So I'm going to add this on like this. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I just decided I'm going to add some of this little flourish to this, just to give it a little bit of a background, like that. Perfect. I like it. Okay, there's that. Let me get this out of the way. Now I can come in with this, and I'm going to put this equidistant left, right, north, south, east, west, like this. Just pull this over a little bit like that. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on it. I'm probably going to put 3. Talk about an easy card and having the flexibility to choose whatever colors you want. And everybody will be able to do that next week, Monday and Tuesday. All right, so now let me bring this in. And I'm going to put this right here. I'm just going to cover up the stems a little bit like that. There. Then the next thing and the last thing to complete this is I'm going to take the In Color, these, I absolutely love these. These are the shimmer gems. So I'm going to take the Shy Shamrock and I'm going to put one on each end of this right here. So let me see. I think we're going to use the larger size. I love these little gems because they've got just a little bit of texture to them. I'm going to show you this in a second. Look at how pretty this is. Whoops, I got a little tiny hair there. How did that happen? Come on. Well, let's get my little snipperinis out and see if I can get that off. It's a tiny little, tiny little hair. It looks like a bristle to one of my blender brushes. There we go. Is that off? Yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Wait a minute. Well, I'll come in with my surgical tools. Being a retired nurse, I'm lucky that I have all these tools, but, well, for goodness sakes, there we go. I'm determined to get this off. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's there. It's right there. You know what? Let's take this gem off and see if I can get it off that way. There we go. Okay, got it. These things would drive me crazy. I'm not really an OCD person, but when it comes to stamping, I am. Okay, there we go. Now, how do you like that? Isn't that pretty? I just love it. I love the way it looks. It's really simple. It's a nice little thank you card. I can write a nice little message on the inside, and I have a lovely envelope to match. So isn't that just a nice alternative to these other cards? This one was done in Azure Afternoon, and this one was done with Pop of Petunia. So these are your options for next week, my friends. You can use whatever color you want. Of course, you know me. I have all the different colors, and I'll be more than happy to share my inventory with you. So you can pick any cards you want, any colors you want, and use this template, and there you go. You got a really nice set of cards. I know I am particularly interested in making lots of birthday cards because I'm very low on that. So my messages will be predominantly birthday, but you can pick whatever you want. So that is it for today, folks. This is short and sweet. I'm very happy that you were able to join me today because right before the holiday, doing very exciting things, shopping outside, shopping online, cooking, cleaning, all of that jazz. So thank you very much for joining me. I will be here again next week. It'll be December 20th. I can't even believe it, but that's what's happening. The clock is ticking and we're busy. All right, my friends, until next week, have a productive week. Enjoy whatever